Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today is my class setups video. So I'm basically just going to be walking you through what guns I'm using and what attachments I'm using. So first off, we have my AR that I use all the time is always going to be the M4, guys. I think it does the most damage, and I think it's the most versatile depending on which attachments you're using. So first off is my search class. Most of the time I'm playing like hardpoint and search and destroy. That's pretty much it. So that's kind of what my classes are set up to. So we go into my search class, and we're running the M4. I always put on the compensator that takes off a ton of recoil. And then my barrel is the stock M16 Grenadier. As you can see here, it's damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. So there's literally like not a negative thing about it. Like, it's obviously there are negatives, but you know what I mean. Then I'm always using a sight. This is going to be the Cronin LP 945 Mini Reflex. And then we have the Ranger foregrip, which is another fantastic attachment, and also the Staple grip tape. Now, this is my slowest AR setup that I possibly have. I'm a slower player. I don't play very fast. So there's a lot of corners that I'm just kind of like peeking and slowly like going around just to, make sure that I have, an angle. So I'm not really like running around. I'm not running and gunning. So this class is extremely slow, but let me tell you, it beams. So it's nasty. And then I'm always running the Deagle as the secondary. We got the monolithic suppressor. That's going to be for range. We have the forged tack extended. That's for like some extra damage. A sight, which the iron sights are pretty good on the Deagle, but I don't really have anything else I would use, so I just decided to put a sight on it. Got the heavy duty trigger that's doing stability and aim walking steadiness, which is nice. I've yet to unlock the last one. I'm probably going to put that on when I unlock it. And then also the stapled grip tape, which is nice because that's improving the mobility of it. So yeah, so that's always going to be my secondary for that. Now my perks. I run double time on every single class. A lot of the time my guns are slower. Which I already told you, so I'm trying to speed it up a little bit, so I always run double time. And then in search, of course, I'm always running ghost, and then tune-up. Now, the reason that I run tune-up on all my search and destroy classes is because you go ahead and you put on dead silence, and you earn it faster. So footsteps are very loud in this game. You guys probably know that. So I go ahead and I run tune-up with dead silence, and I have dead silence probably more than half the game. So that's definitely a good little tip for some of you guys that maybe aren't using that in search. And then I'm always carrying a frag grenade. I always have like the timing down, so I'm just really comfortable with it. I don't really use the Semtex. I kind of like that this rolls around and goes all over the place. And then I'm running the smoke grenade so I can smoke crosses and get on certain bombs and plant. So that's going to be my very slow search and destroy AR class. Now we go to my respawn class. This is going to be the exact same weapon. There's literally nothing different here. Like I said, it's a complete beam, but it's slow. So I'm always like holding crosses and stuff on certain hard points and watching like certain alleys. And then normally most of my friends are running subs, so they run in the hill and kind of do all the all the dirty work in there. Got the same exact secondary, but the perks are a little different here. So once again, I'm running double time because it's a very slow AR. But then I also have hardline now instead of ghost. The reason I run hardline, one less off the kill streaks. There's a lot of times in hardpoint, certain hardpoints where the kill streaks will really help you because a lot of those hardpoints are outside. So like I go ahead and I get my VTOL, I place it literally right on top of the hill, and it's like an easy 60 seconds. So I'm always running hardline on my respawn classes. And then I also have battle hardened. There's a lot of times where I'm getting flashed or stunned, and that's annoying as hell. So I kind of want to minimize that, so I'm running battle hardened for that. Sometimes I did think about running shrapnel, but I ended up going with battle hardened because I just felt like the flashes in this game were too strong, so we kept that on. And then I'm running the frag grenade as usual, and then a stun grenade. Now, I think this is kind of a big debate. Some people like the flash grenades, some people like the stun grenades. I think the stuns, I don't know, I hate getting stunned. When I get stunned, I absolutely hate it. So I just tend to run those. I think it's better, but you can use whichever one you want. Then we go down to my subclass. This is going to be the respawn class. I'll like change this up whenever I go to play search, but right now this is set for like hardpoint. So this is going to be the MP5. Once again, it's a big debate, MP7 or MP5, but a lot of the professionals that I see are running the MP5. It has a little bit more damage long range, so I tend to run this instead. So yeah, so we have the monolithic suppressor, and then we go down to the commando foregrip. The reason I use that is recoil stabilization and aiming stability, which is really nice. Obviously, you know, subs have a lot of recoil, so I'm always trying to keep that on the low. And then I put the 10 millimeter 30 round mags in there. The reason is it's just that extra damage. The subs in this game, I think, are probably a little underpowered compared to the ARs, so I think having that extra damage helps out quite a bit. So we run that, and then we have granulated grip tape. That's doing, again, more aiming stability and aim walking steadiness, which I don't even really care about. I just need that stable aim so I can beam kids with my sub. And then lastly, the stock. There are a lot of professionals that are using the collapsible one. Their aim is obviously a little bit better than mine, just a little. So I run the classic straight line stock because it just gives me that extra aiming stability, which is good at the longer ranges where I'm not as accurate. Then we go back here, and again, we're running the Deagle, the same class setup. The suppressor, forge tack extended, the sight, the grip tape, and the heavy duty trigger. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we go down to perks. It's the same thing. I'm running double time, so I'm super fast. Hard line, so we get those kill streaks a little faster, try to get people off the hard point. And then battle harden, once again, if you're running a sub, you're running into the hard point, you're doing a lot of the dirty work. You're going to get flashed, you're going to get stunned, and you just want to try to reduce that as much as possible. And then same thing, we're running the frag and running the stun grenade. I think that's the best combo right there. Like I said, a lot of people use Semtex, but I like the frag, so I'd stay with that. Then we go to my sniper class. So I run the AX50. I don't know, some people run the HDR, I run the AX50. The thing with the AX50, or with the snipers in general in this game, is slow aim down sight speed. So I go ahead and put on the SynGuard Arms Pro barrel to increase that range and bullet velocity, so just to do more damage. But obviously that slows it down. You can see the aim down sight speed goes. So what I end up putting on is the SynGuard Arms Assassin, which increases that aim down sight speed. And then I also put on the Stipple Grip Tape, which does the same thing. So I'm always trying to counteract certain things, just try to make the guns fit the playstyle that I want them to fit. So I'm always trying to make the snipers a little bit faster because they're so slow in this game. And then we go to the perk, which reduces the flinch resistance. So if there's like an AR that's maybe down an alley or something and they get a couple shots into me, I don't want my gun to go all the way up into the sky. So I always put focus on, so that kind of reduces that, and I have a chance of actually getting them. And then I actually run Overkill in this class. I was recently running this in Ground War, but it also works in Search, I guess. So I was running Overkill with an M4. This is one of my faster M4s. We'll get to it down below. But so yeah, I'm running Overkill, Ghost, once again, like I said, I'm using it for Search, and then Amped, faster weapon swap and rocket launcher reload speed. I don't care about the rocket launcher, obviously, but the faster weapon swap, which is good when I have the sniper, so if I'm playing Search, I can switch on over real quick to my M4 and hopefully maybe clutch around or something like that. And then, once again, frag grenade, as always, and then smoke. Smoke, really important. Smoking bombs, crosses, all that kind of stuff. It's really, really, really good to learn if you know where to put the smoke grenades. And then lastly, this is my fast AR class. This is what's actually the secondary here. But basically, this is the same thing. The only thing is to make it a little bit faster. So you put a no stock on it. Obviously, that increases your movement speed and your aim down sight speed. And then instead of having any rear grip tape, you do the tactical foregrip instead of the Ranger foregrip. So the tactical foregrip, what it's going to do is it's giving you aiming stability, which is kind of giving you what the Ranger foregrip does, but just has a little less positive to it, but it's faster. So it's still pretty good. It doesn't have a sight on it, the M4, but it kind of plays like a sub. So it's nice and does a lot of damage. So I do use this class every once in a while, but honestly, the class that I run the most is definitely going to be this this M4 right here. I mean, it's a laser beam. So yeah, guys, this was my class setups. It's currently 1:17 in the morning. Trying to keep that dedicated grind up. Stay tuned for some big announcements coming soon, guys. We just hit 800 followers on Twitch, so I appreciate that so much. If you guys have not followed, make sure you go to twitch.tv/ibusthd and follow on up. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a like, comment down below what you want to see, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.